nanoantennas. They use optically levitated nanoparticles as their core technology. These tiny silicon nanoparticles controlled using laser trapping in an ultra-high vacuum environment of a 2 by 10 M bar. However, you're going to explain what an M bar is to me in a minute. To the power of 10 minus 7 M bar. This innovative approach achieves unparalleled miniaturization and performance that was previously impossible with a conventional antenna design. So this breakthrough details a nano antenna built from optically levitated silica nanoparticles with a diameter of just 143 nanometers. And its low frequency range of 30 to 300 kilohertz makes it perfect for challenging environments. And this thing offers incredible range as well. What's happening with this crazy small antenna, John?
Yeah, so just first off, M bar, it's, bar like atmospheric pressure.
Yes.
So M bar is just a millibar.
Oh, got it. Yeah, from the vacuum environment. I didn't get, yeah.
It's atmospheric pressure, weather-related changes, things like that. So, yeah. So, again, this is Zhejiang University in China. They achieved this. So, antenna, the new type of antenna is 10,000 times smaller than conventional low-frequency receivers. And the way that they achieve this, like you said, is they levitated silica nanoparticles, which is just 143 nanometers in diameter, within a high vacuum using freaking lasers. And so the thing is, for those of you that don't know, traditional low-frequency antennas must be relatively large to be effective. And that's due to the relationship between antenna size and signal wavelength. Let's just talk about this real quick. So low frequencies are able to penetrate buildings and go through obstacles much easier than higher frequencies because their wavelength is much longer. The problem with that is that they can't carry as much data, which is why we have these, every time a new technology comes out, it's a higher frequency for the most part. And so when you have a longer wavelength, you need a longer antenna to capture that wavelength. So the way that they sidestepped this was by letting laser power, not size, determine the antenna's resonant frequency, which is cool. So the decoupling of this allows nano antennas around 100 nanometers to operate effectively across the to 180 kilohertz range, which covers essential low frequency bands for long range wireless communications. Now, they also enhanced each nanoparticle's electric field sensitivity by bombarding it with focused electron beams, giving each particle over 200 net electrical charges. So again, just to get into a little bit more of the technical, the nano antenna could then demodulate binary frequency shift key signals at bit error rates below 0.1%, which is under extremely weak electric fields. So real-world validation included successful data transmission, which is cool. So the system could send an image using these antennas with controlled error range. This is awesome. There's a lot of limitations, but there's a lot of potential here. What are your thoughts?
This is awesome. I mean, it is very interesting. I didn't see anything related to cost, but because it sounds expensive. But this looks like it's great for underwater. It's great for wherever there's atmospheric problems. So this is really interesting. It is low bandwidth right now. But for the types of things they're targeting it at, like ionospheric research platforms that require sensitive low frequency compatible transmitters. This is great. So it'll be interesting. Like when I first saw this, my first question is, great, when am I going to get a really small antenna for my house that actually gets a lot of signals? But no.
Yeah. Well, what I'm hoping is that we'll be able to place, we'll be able to use these nano antennas more like repeaters so that we can get the higher frequencies inside the house without having expensive or large kind of arrays, if that makes sense. Because essentially all we're doing with these nano antennas is we're lowering their resonant frequency in order for them to accept the signal, right?
Yeah.
And
they can penetrate difficult environments better because of the low frequencies.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, we're going to have issues with data on those low frequencies. So that's why I'm hoping they can develop this to handle higher frequencies, which I'm sure they can.
Yeah, I mean, there's some sensitivity limitations, some environment constraints when we talked about ultra high vacuum conditions of the 2 × 10⁻⁷ M bar. Although I understand what an M bar is, I do not understand that level of vacuum that is required for that.
Yeah, neither do
I. So it's interesting to see this. I like how we're moving, and that we'll probably be able to apply some of the lessons learned. Every time we build a new type of antenna, it's usually also be able to apply to more and more other things. So we'll be able to apply some of these features to potentially Wi-Fi signals and other things where we'll say, okay, well, let's add a low signal that'll reach past the 300-meter range or what have you. That will give you more range away from your house or in your backyard, or maybe it'll do this, or maybe it'll do that. As they add these things, it's always great to see how far we come from the big antenna and the satellite things on the roof to the little ones on the wall that are about that big now to this thing that is so small we wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, like, we have antennas in our cell phones. They're just wrapped around the outside of the phones, right? So imagine if we could, it doesn't take up that much room, but imagine if we could reduce that size to nano size, right?
Yeah. And talk about penetration. That's exactly, I'm in the basement. I've got not a great signal here. Wouldn't it be nice to have a better signal because I've got better penetration with these types of antennas? Yeah. And, you get 5 bars everywhere kind of thing. So it would definitely be great to start implementing these types of technologies. So this is great for Internet of Things, ionospheric research, underground operations, underwater communication. So we'd love to hear what you think about the laser antenna and, this nano antenna and the future of antennas in general. So what do you got going on, John?
Oh, I don't even know when this is coming out. So September?
No, we're only a couple of weeks ahead now, so we'll probably come out late July. So if this isn't coming before July 22nd, we have a July 22nd Flowgrammer meetup featuring Superbase. Going to be great. I think you're presenting at that. I'm presenting that. We've got a couple other people lined up. The swag from Superbase has been sent, so it's on its way. Awesome. I don't know what that is, but we'll see when it arrives. And in August, we'll be doing another Flowgrammer event. I haven't picked the date and whatnot yet. And we'll be back at Start of Investor Drinks in September. But what do you got going on? I saw something where you're presenting.
Oh, yeah. This will be past. It's life. Yeah. I will have presented on government funding. And if you have any questions on government funding, reach out to me on LinkedIn, John Irwin.
Fantastic. For everything else, check out flowgrammer.ca for business and AI automation. We'd love to hear from you. If you're looking to automate stuff in your business, go over to flowgrammer.ca. Find out our events in Toronto where we do our local meetup events. We're going to start some online stuff, some inner circle stuff coming soon. But check out everything going on over there for business automation. Book a free call if you like. And for everything else, for our startup community, go check out torontostarts.com. Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening.
Thanks, everyone.